Hello lovelies, Rodney and Jack Fox here. I'm gonna continue what if Deku was in danganronpa, and I'm sorry for not posting a couple of days before. Something very sad has just happened and I don't really want to talk about it right now. And I know two people asked for two different what ifs. I'm gonna be posting this one and two different other what ifs that were not the ones that they asked, but I will try to get to them as quickly as I can. Everything's just a pile of mess right now for me, and if you hear background noises, I am so sorry. One of my siblings are literally watching a movie right now, and they put the volume very high. So where we left off is Deku is looking around for clues while he's crying. I remember the girl whose nickname was Ogre, Sakura and Hina, walk over to him and hug him because of what he has seen. As Kurogiri said, Midoriya, I don't think that's all of it. As Deku walks over slowly and sees his friend Sayaka murdered with a knife plunged into her stomach. So Deku weeps again as Hina and took Deku out of the room for a while, as Sakura and I believe the guy's name, I forgot his name, Mondo, I think his name was. He was the ultimate biker gang leader. So, I just said her name. Sayaka, no. Sakura and Mondo stayed in the room watching over everything. Hina took Deku to the cafeteria, and everyone did the detective stuff. Well, when they asked Deku, they were Deku was non-answering anything. He was dead quiet. There was tears running down his face, and he was dead quiet. The only things you were hearing from him was hiccup sounds and muffled cries. That's the only thing you could hear from him. And remind, this is broadcast. This is a game, and all of the people who die are given something and said, okay, you have lost the game, here's your prize. You will get your prize after everyone has finished the game. The children were involved as well. The children were already all gone, so they were given their prizes, and they were shown this, and the people who were actually in there and seeing Deku saving them, everybody's are hearing his scream, his cries, and they feel a little bit bad, because even though it's a game, his emotions are very much real as a real human being. And soon or later, Monokuma says, "Time's up, time for class trial. I cannot do a high-pitched voice." And Monokuma brought them all there. Hina still comforts Deku, and Sayaka's friends are happy that Sayaka's gone, but shows her everything that is happening in the game. Sayaka goes back to school with her class, but only she's there because everyone else is still in the game. Well, she was told that she's gonna be out of school for a little bit until everyone comes back. She's fine to wander around, she's safe, she's good. Everything else. She talks to her friends and family. Class 1A hears all of this and goes sad because she hears her baby scream, she hears her baby cry. In this game, his emotions are very real, even though it's supposed to be a game. He shows so much emotion Deku's character shows so much emotion that it's hard to tell if this is an actual game or it's actual reality. So during the trial, when they proven Leon was guilty and he was about to get his punishment, Deku said, "Why?" Leon said, "What do you mean? Why? I kinda understand Sayaka, but why children? You murdered innocent children. They were just children." Leon looks down on the floor, and Deku's giving, like, a stern, cold look. "So you have nothing to say for yourself. I hope your punishment is deadly then." As Deku said this with so much bloodlust that it was piercing Leon. Like, he didn't even need a punishment. Like, Deku was giving him too much. To the point where Deku could have killed a guy with his bloodlust. And everyone is like, "Okay, yep, you pissed him off. Like, you made him snap. You should have not touched anyone. You could have just left." As Leon's execution happens, instead of Deku being sad, he shows a smile. Like, his personality cracks. And he shows one side of him smiling while the other one is crying. Hina is like, okay, trying to comfort him while trying to tell him that's not right. You should be more emotional, or like, "Are you okay?" And Deku says, "It's fine. It's just my emotions acting up." Oh, and Junko and Nishimura got pierced to hell. Well, her sister did. Even though Deku tried to save her and got pierced in the leg and in one of his arms. But the fake Junko still died. And so the rest of the game still goes on, while Deku is acting even more colder to everybody, knowing the fact that children and his friend Sayaka and Junko and the person who murdered the children and Sayaka are all dead. He was a bit happy that Leon is gone because he deserved it, but he's still sad and he still wallows and weeps each time. Like, in nighttime, when everyone's supposed to be asleep, Deku apparently sleepwalk, and this is broadcast. So everyone sees like Deku walking around, hands on his eyes, and he weeps, walking around. And once the doors close, you could not hear anything. The only person who always keeps their door kind of open is Kurogiri, and she hears weeping each night. She tries to push it off as someone has left the door open and is weeping, but then one time she looks and sees Deku walking around weeping and weeping. She tries to talk to Deku, but it doesn't work. She tries to figure out what's going on, and when she pulled Deku's arm down, she sees that his eyes are shut. No tears are coming out or anything. She just hears more weeping coming out of him. As she tries to wake up, and when he did, he said, "Why am I out here? I'm supposed to be in my room." As Kurogiri said, "You don't remember anything?" Deku said, "No, I don't remember anything at all. Anyways, we should get back to our rooms, or else Monokuma will kill us both." As she said, "Okay," and they both walked to their rooms and closed their doors. Kurogiri still keeps her door kind of open to make sure that he doesn't get out and start sweeping again. Once this happened and Deku sleeps in a little longer, she tells what happened to the rest of the group, saying that Deku has been walking around and weeping. As Monokuma sets up the next murder thing, showing the fact that it's a bargain and someone's secret is on the line. Deku's secret is the fact that he does not have a quirk. And it doesn't say quirk, it's just he has something that he's hiding that he doesn't want to talk about. And Deku like crumbles up the paper, tears it up, and stuffs it in his pocket. Everyone could see what Deku is doing, and were like surprised and said, "Okay, yeah, no one is gonna find out what His is about because he ruined it and now it's broken. As Deku walks to the nearest trash can, dumps it in, grabs literally a match, and lights it on fire. As people were like confused and shocked that he will actually do this to a park, as Monokuma is shouting at him, and Deku grabs Monokuma as Monokuma threatens Midoriya again, as Midoriya like tosses him into the fire. Like, people were completely shocked, and Deku says, "I don't give a crap about anything you do, Monokuma. You caused everything that happened. So in this case, I will give up on doing your little murder game." Midoriya is showing so much bloodlust that it completely scares everyone to the point where they have stopped moving completely. Like, everyone's stuck in fear. Monokuma, the other Monokuma burns to death, and one more Monokuma pops out and says, "Okay." As Deku walks off, grabbing a fire extinguisher, extinguish the fire and walks away. The next murder happened, and Deku walks in with Byakuya. I kind of hate him, but he's freakishly cool though, even though he's a douche. As he walks in with Byakuya and he sees Cheerio. I think that's how you say her name. I mean, his name. I keep on continuously saying it's a girl even though it's a guy. Anyways, he sees Cheerio as Deku lets out a gas, and other people walk in as well. As Hina calls Deku and Byakuya a pervert. As Midoriya says, the door was open and we were like concerned since there was a drop of blood right here. And then look what's inside. As Deku does like pay more attention now, like he listens to every single fine detail that there is. Anyways, I want to skip a few of the executions, and I hope you guys could understand this, because someone asked me what is Deku's execution, and I kind of don't want to show it for right now. So in the end, I've just said his name. Mondo. Mondo is the one who got found out for Cheerio. I can't pronounce his name. He was found out that he killed Cheerio and was turned into butter. And a lot of people are like watching this and seeing how Deku's like acting way more colder. Like in the beginning, before Sayaka and the children's death, he was like happy-go-lucky, like playing with everybody, having fun, like doing a lot of stuff with everybody. And now he's like cold as hell. Oh, this is way too much. Sorry, guys.